Well, we certainly know that starting your own business can be overwhelming, but there are so many resources available to help guide you through that process. And one of those, of course, KOSBE. And today we want to welcome Madison Smith with KOSBE and Ted Fields, a KOSBE Advisory Council member, also Senior Vice President and Market Executive for Powell Valley Bank. And it's great to have both of you with us.
Thanks,
Amy. Well, Madison, let's start with you. You know, we continue to talk about KOSBE and what a great resource they are for so many local small businesses.
Yeah, well, and what's great about KOSBE, you know, is not only are we a resource, but we have access to a lot of other resources as well. We're the Kingsport affiliate office for ETSU, and so we have access to their programs as well. One of the really great things they're doing is their Strive program. It's a free entrepreneurship training program for veterans, and that's so great because, you know, it's completely free. It's an 8-week course, and it gives them some more resources and opportunities that they need to start a business as well.
And one of the things we think about is starting a business. There is so much involved, and you really need to do your homework and get that business plan together before those doors ever open. Yes. And certainly when it comes to opening a small business, the financials are a big part of that plan.
It really is. You know, if you look at the statistics for small businesses, 20% of them fail within the first 2 years, and that even gets worse as it goes up. 45% within 5 years, and then 65% in 10 years fail. And a lot of that is because of lack of funding. They open up being undercapitalized. You know, typically when you review a business plan for a startup, one of the first things you see is what they think they will need, and typically they need a lot more than that, which, you know, if they don't have that sufficient capital, it's hard to keep the doors open.
Yeah, and of course we know when they shut those doors, I mean, your heart breaks for them because you know they put everything they had and then some. But the resources that are available, and I know that's one of the things you do through the Advisory Council, is really show them so many different opportunities that they may not have known they had access to.
Exactly. You know, there's a lot of resources out there, KOSBE being one of those, to help especially startup businesses write a good detailed business plan, and then let KOSBE or the bank review that to make sure that it is, you know, what they need. Also, there's additional sources for funding out there, and again, that's where KOSBE can step in and help these folks. One of the toughest challenges for any small business startup is the funding. From a bank standpoint, it's really hard for a bank to, you know, make the loan because there's no historical data there to go on. So funding is a big challenge for startups.
And that's one of the things I know, KOSBE, that's a big piece of that puzzle.
Yeah. Well, absolutely, and it's great because, you know, a lot of what you hear when people come in and they want to start up their own business is, I don't know where to go, I don't know who to ask and who to talk to, and we have those resources. We say, well, you can go here and we can send you here and we can help you with this business plan, so we know where to send you and what you need, and we have the availability to get you there.
Because you really do need a team of experts. I mean,
Absolutely.
you know, you may have this hobby and it may be a fabulous idea. Like, you could be the greatest chef in the world, but running an entire restaurant is a totally different ballgame.
Yeah, I always tell the small business owners, you need 3 things in your hip pocket to be successful. You need a good attorney, a good CPA, and a good banker. And if you have those for advisors, your track to success will be a lot better.
And there are resources available, like you said, and there's a lot of different programs that they may not know they qualify for.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, there's organizations out there that focus on the small business owners and startups that, you know, grants. There's organizations that will actually do the lending for them. So, you know, that's where they need to go to KOSBE and get those doors opened. Otherwise, they'll never know about it.
And the nice thing about KOSBE is it is a service provided free of charge, which it's not going to cost them anything to do that homework.
Right. We're talking about financials and capital for starting up your business, and you don't want to pour that money into something that it doesn't need to go into. And so we are very lucky to be able to provide free services to these small businesses and startups because we are federally and nationally funded by TSBDC services. So it's great to be able to provide them for free because a lot of people don't know that we are free. So.
Well, and it sounds like you have a lot of community partners in your back pocket, people like you that can come on board, and then you want to see other people succeed. It's good for your community, it's good for your neighbors.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and we're always available if Madison or Andrea has a customer that they want us to sit down with and review their business plan. We're more than willing to do that and provide our input and guidance as well.
Takes a community.
It absolutely does.
Takes a village. All right, well, great information. Thank you so much for joining us today. We want to encourage everybody to reach out to KOSBE. Those services are free in our community, and you can find more information on their website. Just go to KOSBE.org for more information.